family. This year's distinguished citizen, Rita Markley, come on up here, Rita. Rita Markley is the Executive Director of the Committee on Temporary Shelter, otherwise known as COTS, which provides emergency shelter services and housing for people who are homeless, at risk, or marginally housed in Vermont. Rita has worked tirelessly to expand housing options for homeless families and individuals in our community and statewide. I asked several friends and colleagues to describe Rita. Words that kept surfacing to paint her character include collaborative, effective, eloquent, inclusive, compelling, helpful, inspiring, humorous, encouraging, motivating, intelligent, deep, and compassionate. Today we would also add glamorous. Michael New, chair of the COTS board, says, "The passion and dedication that Rita demonstrates daily as an advocate for ending homelessness is truly inspirational. As a board member for the past 7 years, it has been my honor and privilege to work with Rita and get to know this truly warm, compassionate, and, quite frankly, funny woman. Her legacy will be the voice she has given the homeless in Vermont and the progressive policies and programs that she's advocated for over 20 years. After 16 years of working together as peers and advocates, Barbara Rachelson, Executive Director of the Lund Family Services, says she continually learns from Rita and is inspired by her. Not only does she speak up even when it's not easy, but she does so eloquently and in a compelling way that helps Vermonters to see that the homeless are not them, but us. Children, families, veterans, the mentally ill, and others who are struggling to get by. In addition to her great sense of humor and wit, her passion and willingness to put herself out there for social justice has been both encouraging and motivating. Barbara is thrilled that Rita is being recognized this way and thinks we should try next to get Rita named a saint." Champlain College trustee Jim Foster says, "Rita's goal has always been to avoid building an institution, but to create programs that solve homeless issues, especially before they happen." Champlain Senior Vice President for Finance and Administration, David Provost, says, "Rita Markley is a remarkably warm and caring community leader who is always there to offer a smile and the services to find a warm place to sleep. It was Rita's incredible leadership and vision that turned the old Eagles Club building that the college had recently acquired into a temporary family shelter. The city of Burlington is fortunate to have such a civic leader, and Champlain College is blessed to call her a partner in a fight against homelessness here in our community." Champlain has worked closely with Rita and COTS through the Center for Service and Civic Engagement for a number of years. Each November, during National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, student leaders host the annual Tent City Solidarity event to illuminate the scourge of these growing issues. Students and the Center for Service collaborate with COTS for that event, raising funds for their local programs. In the past 3 years, participants have raised about $5,000, but more importantly, they have raised awareness. In addition, Director of the Center for Service, Kyle Dodson, is proud to state that Champlain students volunteer with COTS at least 8 times per semester, cooking community dinners and providing childcare for families at COTS shelters. Student leader groups such as the resident assistants and peer advisors participate in a day of service each semester where they provide grounds cleaning, gardening, and painting to beautify the shelters. Besides getting involved in these great recurrent themes, this fall the Center of Service is collaborating on a film series with COTS. All of the films deal with the issues of hunger and/or homelessness. Through these activities, I hope you all get the chance to work with Rita. As you heard from the comments of those who know her well, she is a truly great friend and mentor. Her energy, passion, and commitment are contagious. Class of 2017, please join me in congratulating and welcoming Champlain College's Distinguished Citizen for 2013, Rita Markley.
was thinking if I had the kind of bling that President Finney is wearing, I could drill a hole in the plaque and wear it around so I don't forget the award. Thank you very much. I am so honored to receive this award and to be with you here today. And what a great occasion to wear these fabulous oversized sunglasses. Just in case any of you are wondering, I did not inherit them from Jackie Onassis. Rumors get started quickly, and I didn't want to leave you with that impression. This recognition is especially meaningful to me because it's being presented by President Finney, who I admire greatly, and because Champlain College sets such a high bar for civic engagement. Time and again, this college has played a pivotal leadership role in addressing the most critical challenges in our community. During the worst of the Great Recession, when the economy was in a tailspin and the number of homeless families was skyrocketing beyond all precedent, we turned to Champlain College for help. Our emergency shelters were full, and there was no place left to go for the most vulnerable. As winter approached that year and the nights turned cold, there were families living in cars, abandoned buildings, and tents along the Intervale. Children were getting ready for school from gas station bathrooms along Shelburne Road. They were doing their homework by flashlight in the back seat of station wagons. We had no precedent for the enormity of this sudden, dire need. So what did we do? We asked Champlain College to give us a building, and oh, by the way, we needed to be really big, that we could use as an overflow shelter until the crisis abated. This is an outlandish request, right? And I made it without hesitation, because that's what distinguishes this institution and this community from so many other college towns. It wouldn't dawn on me not to reach out to Champlain or to pick up the phone and call President Finney. But that's unusual. Most academic institutions would form a study committee to consider such a request, carefully assessing the risks and the liability involved. There would be lawyers and reams of paper shuffled back and forth, and 63 vulnerable homeless children would have suffered inhumanly bitter nights that winter without a safe, warm refuge. Champlain College understood immediately what was at stake, and there was no dithering. Within a week, I know you're the chair of the board, and I'm sure you were aware of this. Within a week, we had a positive answer. Instead of viewing the loan of the building, which was large, to COTS as a burden, the college reached out with technical assistance on permitting so we could get it up and running. And navigating the red tape of Burlington, and let me tell you, that is no treat. But even more, they offered to create internships with us for early education and social work majors to help us run the new overflow shelter. I think that's one of the features that uniquely characterizes Champlain College. The view that service is not just an obligation of responsible citizens, but a vital part of learning. Champlain also embodies the understanding that meaningful civic engagement sometimes involves taking chances. It often means saying yes when it would be much easier to walk away. Even more broadly, though, Champlain College has greatly enhanced the economic and social vitality of this community by identifying emerging trends and workforce needs, by launching cutting-edge programs in everything from game design to digital forensics, and by partnering with a broad range of businesses and nonprofits to pursue strategic opportunities that benefit all of us. Please take time in the next few weeks to consider how you will carry this legacy of service and innovation forward. When you're listening to graduation speeches 4 years from now, what will you want to remember about your experience here? Take time to think about that. You have an extraordinary opportunity to be part of shaping a better world, a world where everyone has the chance to reach their fullest potential regardless of race, gender, religion, or income. I want to say cheers to all of you for being accepted to Champlain College. This is your time. Embrace every moment. I wish you the very best in creating a future full of infinite promise, greater balance, and deeper connection. No small order there, huh? Thank you so much for this award and for celebrating community. I hope I see a lot of you at COTS in September. And here's another thing. Wait a minute. No, I want to say another thing. No, I really do. Do not be afraid to shake up the world, to ask the questions that nobody has the guts to ask, and to be kind to each other. I know that's hard when you're new and you're being cool. I remember my first week, but to take the time to be kind. Thank you. I also want to say before I go, my hair looked much better, but I put on this hat. And then I got hot and I took the hat off and I was just, you know,
Are you done, Rita? It is very, very good to see you all gathered here together. You look splendid. The next time this will happen,